Alright guys, so here we are at Brayden's crazy system. There you go, introduce the system to us please. Show us what you have.
So this is a kind of vintage system. Not vintage, but starting up front, we've got two Boston Pro 8.5 LFs in the kick.
Ooh, we have to go to the other side to show that.
Yeah.
Yep.
In a really big fiberglass box,
Okay.
CLD and clay line. The doors, we have Boston SPZ 60s in stack pad enclosures. They are not ported, it's just a bolt hole. These are very unfinished.
But it works.
Yeah, it does.
What's inside?
Up on the dash, we have Morel CCWRs on pretty thick baffles, and then JBL Arena Berylliums modified to fit in the Boston VR HO tweeter, which just wasn't quite up to par with the rest. So,
and that's why you have the two 8s.
What?
8s at the front sub? Is the 8s or 10s?
Two 8s.
8s. Okay, what is your source?
A Sony head unit. It's actually brand new.
You have a conductor, so you have a Helix DSP, I guess.
DSP Ultra.
Okay. And then we have to show the magic at the back. How easy to see the subs from this side?
Very easy.
Because we have to show them from this side as well. Okay. So, what can we know about these subs? Because many people don't know these.
These are Boston Acoustics SPG 555s. They are pretty beefy subs. They are like a JL W7 style sub. A lot of excursion, pretty heavy, but they are Neo motors. So, and they're ovals. At
some point I have to share that video I took of it in April. It's literally insane how much these subs can move.
They move.
Yeah, they do some crazy stuff. And you install them in trunk IB?
Yes.
Which we will see in a second.
It's mounted to it's 3 layers of MDF bolted straight to the subframe of the car with a lot of bolts.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, yeah.
Yeah, they move quite a bit, so a lot of energy. Wanted to make sure they wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah, they are crazy looking subs.
Yeah, so.
And that's why you have the amplification.
Yep, so the amp rack itself is complete. Everything going in and out of it is still just kind of thrown in there for now. But yeah, the amp rack's complete. Up on top, we have a Boston GT42, which is a 4-channel. It's about 125 a channel for the mid-ranges and front woofers. Below it is a Boston GT28, which is a 2-channel. It's putting about 700 watts to the SPGs and about 300 to the front 8s.
Okay.
And then we have a GT20 up top, which is just a little 50-watt 2-channel, which is for the tweeters. And then these two spares are basically if I ever do rear fill or anything. So this one here is actually a GT90, which is an original engineering prototype of the GT series amp. So I have almost every GT amps engineering prototype.
If the business was still running, then you would be the demo guy, right? What year was it when these amplifiers were hot on the market?
You know, I actually don't know. I think it was mid-early 2000s, like 2003-ish.
Yeah, work in progress. At least the flaps are taken out, as I can see, because you have a lot of IB action. You don't want that flapping.
The side of the bumper almost falls off when playing.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, this system is crazy. Yeah, amazing. I think one more thing we have to mention, so people get a bit more inspiration. How old are you?
20.
It's insane. When did you start installing car audio?
So I've always been in audio my whole life. I started at a shop when I was 16. Was there for about a year and a half. Still love those guys. I talk to them a lot. And I just never stopped doing it. So then we started this about a year and a half ago.
Okay.
So I went to my first event, Luke Ouellette's show in Maine about a year and a half ago.
And then now you're passionate to carry on and do some crazy stuff in the future.
Yep.
We will see you around, that's for sure. Amazing project. Thank you.